good food plus good water equals long life.
I think the thing that I would say impressed me the most about Dr. Matsushima is that he has a very inquisitive mind, and not only does he lecture, but he also is there learning from you and learning about you. And I think that easygoing kind of, conversational attitude enhanced my learning experience.
Dr. Matsushima was one of my absolute favorites. I have so many fond memories of his classes. And it was really one of those things. His class was always the first thing in the morning, always the first hour of classes. And in those college days, you might not get in real early the night before, but nobody ever missed his class.
He had a way of captivating your interest. And I'm not sure if it was his demeanor or the content of the subject matter at hand. But a combination of those two just made him easy to follow. A lot of professors that I had at CSU were the kind that put you to sleep, and Dr. Matsushima did not do that.
Getting to know and meet someone that actually changed the entire feeding industry and revolutionized it for not only our county, but our state and our world was just pretty hard to fathom at first. Like, this person actually did this, was the inventor of a process of steam flaking corn.
Dr. Matsushima was a special person because he could see the big picture and where the big picture was. But then he could put the little bitty pine tree back in the corner that made the big picture flourish. And most people really don't have the capability to do that, to make the big picture. They can see the big picture and they're okay. They need to get somebody to fill it in for them, or they can see the little picture, the pine tree, but they can't fill out the big picture. It's a very unique individual, and Dr. Matsushima had those gifts of the ability to see the big picture and fill it in with the detail, and then we had a masterpiece. And it happened to be in the cattle feeding industry, but we'll take it. We needed it desperately.
The things that impact our business, and sometimes we hit something or a person. In this case, we had an individual, Dr. Matsushima, who did both. And that was just going to carry over probably for all eternity.
It is amazing to me that he had the foresight that he did. And obviously, with the opportunity to work with a Kenny Montfort and to work with a W.D. Farr. I mean, bright minds have the ability to challenge bright minds. And three of the brightest minds our industry has seen would have been involved in those conversations. But the single impact of developing steam flaking technology is worth 6 to 8% improved efficiency in our business. And a lot of people don't think 6 or 8% is a big number. We'll feed 1 million pounds of feed a day in our little operation. If we can save 6 or 8% because of steam flaking technology, that's huge. And I don't know if, because Dr. John is still with us at 104 years old, it brings more clarity to what he did. But I don't think he gets the credit that he deserves.
I think we've all been so fortunate. You go through a lifetime and you'll have 1 or 2, 3 of those people in a lifetime that can impact an industry in the manner that Dr. Matsushima's inventions have in our industry. And this could go on for another 50 to 100 years in this industry with just the technology and continuing to find ways to refine it a little bit more. But not only the technology, but the man behind the technology, and pretty special.
The amount of people who have been associated with Dr. Matsushima who are now key leaders in the industry. I mean, he's just they've gone through his program or he's mentored them or they had some way or another where he touched their lives and they're still active and they're leaders. And that's, you know, another part of the success of our industry today.
Well, there's one thing that I would like to say that is for the public, that if it hadn't been for agriculture, their life wouldn't be what it is today. You got to have food, you got to have water.